The old town.
The old city walls.
The traditional souk.
Water and water sports.
The vibe.
Art.
It's the argan oil.
The food.
The morning vibe is absolutely fantastic here in Essaouira. But if you want to drink your coffee early in the morning, you have a problem. Because before 8 o'clock there's no one on the street. Well, not exactly no one. There are plenty of cats, but again, they're not gonna give you coffee, are they? A lot of tourists coming to Morocco stick just to the stars, Casablanca, Marrakech or Fez. They have absolutely no clue what they are missing. First of all, it's situated on the Atlantic coast. But most time of the year the water is too cold and too wavy to swim. But exactly the wind is the one who makes this place a paradise for surfers and kitesurfers. The old town has not as many monuments as others in Morocco, but its Medina is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And even if it is not as big as others, its vibe is unique.
So it's very nice here because you find a lot of olives and it's very good. They have a pretty design, you can taste, you can do, and they are very, very nice. How much cost this?
20 dirham per kilo.
300? 20.
Kilo.
Very nice to know. Here one can spare himself the hassle tourists know so well in Marrakech or Fez. When entering the Medina through one of the three babs, bab means gate in Arabic, I'm sure you already knew that, you find yourself in the middle of a joyful and colorful crowd where everybody is minding his own business. There are no motor vehicles here, everything is carried by carts with one mule power or one man power.
I will tell you our last invention. If you don't have time and you're hungry, you can buy this bread, which is very fresh. And you buy these dots and you take some bread and that, and you have breakfast.
Girls, now can we get please something normal to eat for breakfast? Almost all houses are white and built like in a Lego brick game in a giant labyrinth. You can easily get lost on the narrow streets, but that's the best part. Dozens of small streets and passages are like in a twisted computer adventure game. Bars, souvenir shops, spice shops, art galleries, every street has got its own, and a lot of them. So take a break and grab an olive.
Between the base in the middle yes, in the middle. Yeah, when you knock here, let the vibration for the skin. If you make like that, you cut the sound. If you... Okay, yes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Every time one in the middle. 1, 2, 3, and 1.
Nah, it's too different.
Just a little more practice and she will be better than Lars Ulrich von Metallica. Can't wait to see that.
Très bon. Très bon.
Un peu piquant.
Un peu piquant. Oui. Vous voulez prover?
Essaouira is very old. So old that already in the antique it belonged to Carthage. During the Middle Ages the Portuguese named it Mogador and made it the biggest port of the country. All the caravans from Timbuktu and Marrakech arrived here.
He said if we can open this, we can get it for free. What? He said
Just
if,
one moment.
but an easier one.
This is another system.
What?
Essa is a city of arts. Everywhere you will see paintings, handmade ceramics and clothes. I'm not an expert, but they all looked pretty okay to me. Oh, and yes, Essaouira is a city of music. Day and night the streets have a kind of interior music which sometimes can even be heard. In the 1960s and 70s it was a mecca for hippies, and celebrities like Cat Stevens and Jimi Hendrix were here like home. Nowadays one of the biggest events is the Gnawa Festival of World Music, which is held here every year in June. And if you got the feeling that you are like on a movie set while walking in the Medina, you are somehow right. A lot of movies have been filmed here, including, attention Game of Thrones fans, the scene where Daenerys Targaryen purchased the army of 8,000 unsullied soldiers. We can't stop wondering how this mixture of locals and tourists looks like a big happy family. It's even everybody knows everybody, or everyone is stoned.
Give me $1 million for one night, please. Please.
For one?
For one night, please.
Now that was a crazy dude. He just asked my wife to sell him her eyes for $1 million. But on the second thought, $1 million.
Yeah, about that. Be careful with the cookies.
This is our first time in Morocco, so we want to know
Welcome, 1,000 to welcome.
your tradition.
Yeah,
I say one enough. And
no,
what
this one is with hash, this is with marijuana. This is happy cookie with hashish, this is marijuana.
Yes, it's good.
No, this is not your leg price.
Oh.
This I have 1 grams in the side and this is half grams in the side. These 2 pieces for 80 dirham. Yeah, look it. This 1 hour happy, this 2 hour happy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
Apparently, on this beach, the famous
Jimi Hendrix.
composed the song.
Castles in the Sand.
But fact is, it's just a legend, because the song was released in 1968 and Jimi Hendrix was here in
1969.
Oh, how romantic! In the Medina, there are no fancy hotels, but you can always find nice riads, traditional Moroccan houses with interior gardens which have rooms for tourists. An evening in Essaouira can easily become an unforgettable experience. You must just choose one of the dozens of bars and restaurants, one more original than the other.
The new trend in today's cosmetics is the argan oil. To find out what's the difference between the argan oil for cooking and the argan oil for cosmetical use, we have stopped to one cooperative, a workshop where local women are gathering together and produce argan oil from the argan nuts.
The women cooperatives have made large-scale production of argan oil possible. When the argan fruits ripen, they are picked and dried. After that, the nut has to be removed from the flesh and cracked to obtain the kernels. Years ago, the fruits had been fed to goats and the kernels later retrieved from the droppings. Ugh. Nowadays, the women have to crack the nuts by hand.
I've got a perfect argan worker in my own house and I didn't knew it.
There is no mechanical procedure to make the work easier. The kernels are then roasted and after that pressed with water into a brown colored mash from which the pure oil is later separated, then purified.
How does it taste? How does it taste?
Very bitter.
Je mange ça, après 2 heures à la maison, rejeter ça.
So the goats
Yeah,
eat those remains,
yeah,
and with that one you can make fire.
yeah, for fire.
You're beginning to like it.
Ça reste ici pour travailler chez nous.
She said you can stay here for work with her.
3 kilos for 1 liter, but full food. For cosmetics, 6 kilos. C'est 6 kilos, 6.
It's your second job for today. Which one is better?
I think this one, but I don't know if...
For the cosmetic argan oil, the kernels are not roasted.
Oil is already seeming to be separating from the water. Honey. Is this honey? Argan flower honey. My honey is the best in the world, but that one comes right after it.